No.
Can you imagine it?
So, you've decided to go to Budapest as part of your Erasmus program. Congratulations. Actually, you say Budapest, not Budapest. The locals say Budapest. Now you're probably sitting at home, browsing the web, thinking, what is Budapest actually like? And if you made the right choice. I just happened to be in Budapest doing my Erasmus program, and I'm willing to answer all of your questions. Welcome to Budapest. First, you need to get a good apartment. It's the toughest part, but it's also the most important. Trust me on this. I live pretty close in the city center, and I would say when it comes to apartments, it's all about location. So it will make your life infinitely better if you live in the city center compared to if you live, I don't know, on the outer skirts of Budapest. Trust me on this. It makes such a big difference. So you can live in a student dorm. My university, ELTE, offers a few. But here's the thing. You'd have to share your bedroom with other people. And if that's okay for you, go for it. But for me, that's basically a no-go. Or you can also live alone. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. It's not worth it financially, and also living with other people, it's a great way to get to know other people, and which is going to be especially important in the first couple of weeks. I probably don't need to tell you guys that, you guys are smart people, right? You probably already know this. Well, one more thing. Living with other people is a bit of a gamble though. I was very lucky with my roommates, but a friend of mine, she was not very lucky. Let's say that. She had a group of friends who were all living in her apartment. It was 4 friends, I think. And they were partying until 3 a.m., then leaving for the club, then coming back at 7 a.m. and making a lot of noise again at 7 a.m. So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, and sometimes you can lose that gamble. The university actually recommends a few websites, which I will link down below. One of them is SRS Budapest, which is something that I use to find my apartment. All right, so SRS, I would say they're reliable, but quite expensive. So don't really take my word for it. They have like these hidden costs that are called cleaning fees, where a cleaning lady comes, they say once a month, but really whenever she wants. So yeah, it's very expensive. So read the contracts first, guys. That's what I didn't do. And yeah, I should have seen these hidden costs. Oh, one more thing that you should definitely do is to take pictures when you move in. So I have a pretty chill landlord. He was very cool, I was very lucky, but I've heard stories that were the complete opposite, where they had a lot of trouble with their landlord. So take pictures first. I would say probably the most important thing you can do during a stay. All right, so now it's your first week. It's orientation week. Now it is very important that you go to every single event. No, I'm kidding. No, actually I mean it though. Because this is the time where you will find most of your friends, at least the ones that kind of stay during the stay. This is not Budapest, by the way, this is New York. So orientation weeks, they are pretty common, my university does them, some others maybe do even 2 weeks, mine did 1 week. But there's also another organization, it's called ELTE, or Erasmus Like Budapest. It's not sponsored, by the way. And they do a ton of events. You can also get that card, which is like 15 euros. And with that, you get like discounts. You can go to certain events for free. I mean, it's kind of for you to decide if it's worth it for you. I bought one, but you don't need one. They also do something called the Morrison Monday, which is at the Morrison 2 bar. They have like a Erasmus party every Monday, something that you should definitely visit on a regular basis. And that is because they look something like this. All right, next one. Shopping. If you're coming from Germany, you're in luck. For some reason, a huge amount of Erasmus students are Germans. I don't know why, like I didn't expect it at all, but if you like speak to someone from Erasmus, there's a legit 50-50 chance that the person's German.
So kurz sieht es auch ein bisschen aus wie so Ghibli, oder?
So you're not gonna stick out. And Budapest has a lot of German stores. It's wild, it's ridiculous. They have Lidl, they have Aldi, they have Penny, they have Rossmann, DM, Spar, or Spar, or whatever they're called. Yeah, no, they're not a German company, but they have like all German products. And something like that, that's another thing that's just crazy. They have like German products, like the labeling is German, the ingredients are in German, everything's in German. It's like German products in their shelves. And I mean, that was something that was like, kind of blew me away. It's like, wow, this feels like I'm back in Germany. You know, you go through like the aisles and then it says like, it's Schwarzbrot, it's Taschentücher, it's, you know, it's like Duschgel, you know, all these German like labels. And yeah, it's just wild, it's just wild. But you know, if you're German, it kind of makes shopping easier, so you don't have to like use your Google Translate app, you know, like translate it with the camera. Oh man, I hate doing that. I just hate doing that. So I would say going to university in Budapest isn't too different from going to university in any other big city. You go to the lectures, you listen to professors while you browse on Amazon, and then you go home. And that's basically the day. The ELTE library is basically right in the city center, which makes them especially accessible with public transport. They're scattered around a little bit, but all of them are still in the city center, basically. The university is an interesting blend of old and new. On one hand, of course, they have these super charming old buildings, but inside, obviously I only speak from my faculty, which was economics, they had really modern stuff, like this gigantic display and of course the newly renovated Building P. Super modern. Okay, let me show you a little bit around the campus. This is where I got my coffee every morning. Here you can actually get drinks. I show you how it looks when it's a little bit more lively. And here you can just relax when you have some free time between your classes. And actually a lot of students sit here as well, if it's not this cold. Oh, and there's also a place where you can microwave your food. Just don't get food poisoned. You've done your shopping, you've done your studies, you partied your balls off. It is time to do some wind down. And there's no better way for relaxation than the Danube River. I mean, just look at this absolutely beautiful river. It just, for me, it always calms me down. You know, it's like, just take a walk here and meditate, think about your life, and just enjoy this beautiful city. And I would suggest to go here at night. It's more relaxing. And if you can, go on the Buda side, because it's kind of stupid now because like the traffic's pretty loud. But usually it's very quiet. It's a lot more quiet than the Pest side. Yeah, just enjoy this. Enjoy this peaceful river. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, could I make it across this river? And I think you could. Don't try this at home, kids. Budapest is, I would say, generally a pretty safe city. So during the night, you don't really have to think about or worry about just walking around. I'd say it's pretty safe. Well, everywhere except Blaha, which is where I'm at right now. So here I would say, There's some sketchy stuff happening. I don't really want to say exactly what, but just avoid blah at night if you can. That's like my tip. Well, you know, public transport is actually not bad in Budapest. Actually, it's really, really good. You got trams that are just so handy. You got buses, trains, and if you like to go out on the weekend, they even drive throughout the night. Only on the weekends, as far as I know, though. And if you're a student, well, you might even get a little discount. Well, for that, you might want to use an app called Budapest GO. And with this app, you can actually buy students directly on the app. You can buy it on the machines, but I mean, they're flimsy, they're like easy to lose. Let me tell you, you want to get this app. Again, not an ad, but on this app, you can basically buy any ticket, and you can even buy the student ticket on it for cheap. The only thing you'll need for that is a valid. Well, right now I'm in front of the ELTE shop, and this is probably the most frustrating part of the whole experience. Alright, it didn't look real anyway. So I'm assuming you're going to ELTE since it's probably the biggest university in Budapest, and basically, I would say almost all of Erasmus students are going to ELTE. So when you want to get the student ID, you don't go to the university, you go to the ELTE shop. And they won't give you like a plastic card like you probably used to. No, they will give you a piece of paper. And in order to get that piece of paper, you have to get to the ELTE shop, which is I think 15 minutes from the university, and then you're probably gonna have to wait at least an hour, probably more like 2 hours. You have to queue in line because everyone and their mother has the same idea. And it's gonna take a lot of time. So here's advice for you. You can either, if you don't absolutely need one, wait a month, or, pro tip, you can also go to the website and do a reservation. I'm gonna link it down below. The ELTE shop also sells stuff, of course, mostly merch, like this silver mug, for example. That just looks pretentious, man, you know? I would never buy stuff like that. Okay, just a few quick last tips. Budapest has a pretty good selection of libraries, but the most impressive ones are definitely the ELTE library and the Metropolitan Library. I mean, they're probably gonna be the most beautiful libraries you'll ever see in your life. If you ever wanted to feel like you're in Harry Potter, this is the place. You'll need to apply for like a library card. For the Metropolitan, for example, it's like 300 forint, which is like nothing. It's not even €1, and you can use it for the entire semester. One thing that's pretty weird is that all libraries, without exception, at least as far as I know, close at 9 p.m. The only place you can go after that is like coffee shops or something. So, to be fair, the ELTE library is open until 10 p.m., but that's only during exam season. So, during the lectures, yeah, it's only open until 9 p.m. So, I'm guessing Hungary wants you to go party after 9 p.m. So, this is probably what you should be doing too. Speaking of course, these are only my experiences, so take it with a grain of salt. But the ones that you probably should know are Morrison II, Dobos, Instant Fogas, Ötgert, Heaven, and Aquarium. Morrison's 2 you've already seen. Instant Fogas is super crowded, but that's where everybody goes. And Dobos is just a really solid club, while, you know, also looking really cool and unique. The other 3, I don't know, I've never really been there, but they're supposed to be really good. Okay, so that's all the information I have for today. I hope it's enough to get you started and maybe overcome like the most annoying things at the start. You know, I don't really want to give away too much since, I mean, it's half of the fun to like experience and find out yourself. But I hope I can at least give you a little bit of a head start so you can focus what's actually important, which is enjoying your stay and meeting amazing people from all over the world. Oh, another tip. So if you get a mail from university, read the whole mail. Make sure you read the whole mail, because I've glanced over so many mails and have missed so much important information that it's kind of a miracle that I even graduated at all. So yeah, make sure that you read the whole mail.